First Amendment. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press, right to assemble peacefully, and right to petition.
Free the broccoli.
You guys can't do this.
Yeah, we can.
We
Why?
have freedom of speech,
Freedom is
Freedom to assemble peacefully.
and we can petition. Damn it.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Free the
Broccoli. Get out of here, veggie killer.
You can't do that.
I have freedom of press. I sure can do this.
Damn it. You can't do that.
We have freedom of religion.
Second Amendment. People have the right to have weapons.
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against.
Hey, you can't have that. Give me your gun.
Why would I do that?
Because you're not allowed to have that.
Oh yeah? Well, I have the right to bear arms.
Oh.
Third Amendment. People cannot be forced to house soldiers during any time of war or peace.
Hello. You have to house my soldier. I can't. I'm sorry. You have to.
I need a home.
I'm sorry. Under the I can't. Under one of my amendments, it says that I don't have to be forced to bring soldiers into my home. So
I have to find a new home now.
yeah. Bye.
Fourth Amendment. People are protected from being unreasonably searched and having their things taken. If this does happen, a warrant with exact specifications as to what is being searched and or taken must be issued with probable cause.
What are you doing?
I am here to search your house.
Do you have a warrant?
I don't need a warrant. I'm the law.
Yeah, you do under the Fourth Amendment.
Fifth and Sixth Amendment. People cannot be tried for a crime without a grand jury unless there is a case of public danger or war. People cannot be tried for the same crime twice or be forced to be a witness against themselves. Life, liberty, and property cannot be taken away without legal process. Private property cannot be taken away without compensation. Every person accused of a crime has the right to a trial in the state the crime was committed with a lawyer and an impartial jury.
Free the broccoli! Free the broccoli!
Stop! Stop vandalizing. It's punishable by death in New York. You're going to the electric chair with me. Come on.
We need a trial.
I'll bring you to a judge, and he'll try you, and then you'll die.
But we also need a jury.
Come on.
We vandalize because we just want rights for the veggies.
We, the jury, find you innocent.
Okay, cool.
What's this jury doing? They're clearly guilty. We need to try them again.
Well, we can't. It's their Fifth Amendment right that they can't be tried twice.
Shut up.
Seventh Amendment. People have the right to a trial by jury for any crime that has caused more than $20 in damages.
Stop. Steve,
What? What are you talking about?
stealing is a crime punishable by death in New York. You
No,
gotta
no,
come with me.
no, you
We're
don't-
going to the chair.
No, this is more than $20. I deserve a trial.
I hate New York. Come on.
Eighth Amendment. Unfair bail, unfair fines, or any cruel or unusual punishments cannot be imposed on convicted criminals.
You're being prosecuted for stealing a backpack. Your punishment will be paper cuts between your fingers every day for 6 months. Your bail will be $9 million.
$9 million? You can't do that. That's not lawful. It says in the Eighth Amendment that the punishment's too high, and so is the bail. It says all he did was steal a backpack. It's too high. You should change it.
Ninth Amendment. There are common rights outside the Constitution, and even though they are not mentioned, they still need to be followed.
right to privacy.
I don't think that's in the Constitution.
It's still a law.
What do you mean?
It's still a law. It doesn't have to be in the Constitution.
What?
10th Amendment. The federal government only has the specific powers given to it by the Constitution or the states. The states or the people have all the other powers.
For this election. But for the state of Mississippi, I, the federal government of the United States of America, elect Governor Fedora to win the election.
First of all, you, the federal government, cannot elect governor. The people of
I
the
have
state.
all the power.
You don't, though.
It's
You
true.
don't.
What do you?
The people
That
have-
power wasn't given to you in the Constitution, was it?
You know what?
11th Amendment. The federal courts are prohibited from hearing lawsuits against one of the states by citizens of another state or country.
You like New York. I heart New York. I hate New York. Albany's much better. Okay? I think we should sue New York.
You want to sue New York?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
From Alabama, the greatest state in the whole country.
Alright, first of all, second of all, you can't sue a state if you're not from there. It's in the Constitution. 11th Amendment.
12th Amendment. The electors meet in their state and vote for the president and vice president on ballots and give these ballots to the president of the Senate. The candidates with the majority of the votes become president and vice president.
Okay, guys, it's time for us to vote for the president and vice president. Let's write our votes down. Let's give this to the president of the Senate.
Thank you. Thank you.
13th Amendment. Any form of slavery or forced servitude is not allowed unless it is for a lawful punishment for a crime.
No, it's not slavery. He stole a backpack. It's community service. He has to pay his dues. Right, Neil? You scrub it.
14th Amendment. The number of representatives of each state is determined by each state's population. Any person who has been a traitor of the U.S. cannot hold any position in office. Any debts of the U.S. accumulated by law are acceptable, but any debts accumulated through rebellion against the U.S. or loss of slaves are void.
Okay. I want 10 representatives for the state of New York.
Okay. State of Montana wants 20.
You guys do realize that we determine the amount of representatives in your state by your population, right? You guys just can't pick and choose.
So we get like, what, 15?
No. So Senator Ring, I hear you're rerunning for senator.
I sure am. Second term.
Well, what about all that debt you accumulated for the United States as senator in 2013?
What about it?
Well, I have documents providing evidence that you used that money for traitorous activity. What do you think?
You gotta have a little bit of fun here and there, but what does that have to do with me running for senator?
Well, fun. That's actually extremely significant because in the Constitution it says that anyone who has actually committed any sorts of traitorous activity can hold no position in office. And all that debt you accumulated, yeah, the United States isn't responsible for that, so that's on you.
That's a lot of debt.
15th Amendment. No United States citizen can be denied the right to vote based on what their race, color, or state of servitude was previously.
Weren't you a slave? Maybe you should go.
My vote can't be denied under the 15th Amendment.
Wish it was.
16th Amendment. Congress has the power to collect taxes without the consent of the state.
Hello, I'm a representative of Congress, and we're here to collect your tax.
I don't want you to.
But we have the right to collect your tax, so sorry. Thank you. Have a great day.
17th Amendment. The Senate must be composed of 2 senators from each state that are elected by the people of each state. Each senator stays elected for 6 years and has 1 vote. If there are vacant positions for senator of a state, that state must vote for a senator to fill the position.
Okay, so the issue at hand right now is whether or not carrots should have the same rights as human beings. So, us Alabama senators, we need to vote. You vote yes? I vote yes as well.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we still vote you 2-1.
Well, that's not fair because each state is supposed to have 2 senators that are elected by the people that represent the people.
Well, I mean, New York shouldn't even have one. Why do you?
I mean, every state has that right. It says it in the Constitution.
18th Amendment. The manufacture, sale, and transportation of intoxicating liquors is banned in the United States.
Hey, what's this? What's this? What's this?
What? Alcohol? No, what? Not alcohol. What? You know, man.
That's it. You're under arrest.
What?
You're under arrest. Transporting liquor.
What says I can't do that?
18th Amendment. Alright, come on.
19th Amendment. U.S. citizens cannot be denied the right to vote because of their gender.
You're a woman. You can't vote.
I can vote under the 19th Amendment. I have the right to vote.
Damn it. Shouldn't be able to.
20th Amendment. The President and Vice President have to step down at noon on January 20th. The Congress assembles at least once a year at noon on January 3rd. If there is no President-elect available at the start of a new term, the Vice President-elect will take their place as President until a President has qualified. If there is no President-elect or Vice President-elect available, then Congress may select a replacement until President has qualified. If the President were to die, the House of Representatives may choose a replacement whenever the power falls to them. If the Vice President were to die, the Senate may choose a replacement whenever the power falls to them.
It's January 3rd again.
Tis.
To see all you guys. Yeah, so here's our mandatory meeting for the year. Anything to talk about?
How are your kids doing?
It's January 20th, and it's 12 p.m., so that's my time. That's the end of my term. So I'm stepping down officially as the President of the United States. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
So apparently, I'm the president-elect of these great United States of America. But Congress has other ideas, because they do some sort of a Google search on me, and they find stuff about me and my homie Kyle, Vice President-elect, and apparently we're both disqualified from the position. I don't get it. I mean, never mind. But, whatever. This just means I have a lot more time to listen to the new Drake album!
So, the President-elect didn't really work out.
Nah, the Vice President-elect either. They weren't very good.
Kyle was
Kyle.
Alright, well,
Alright.
since there's no President-elect or Vice President-elect, we have no one to be President. So I guess that duty falls upon us, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Who?
As
You know, I heard about a
Congress?
guy.
Uh-huh.
Name's Chris Kringle.
Chris Kringle. Let's go get Chris Kringle. Ho! I'm Chris Kringle, and some of you guys may know me as Santa Claus, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I'm going to be resuming the temporary position of President in the United States of America. Do you guys believe?
Not really.
Do you believe?
Not really.
Do you believe? Not enough.
Yeah, he's dead.
So, Santa Claus died.
Santa Claus died. It's not a Merry Christmas, is it?
No.
No.
So, as the House of Representatives, since the president died, we gotta come up with a replacement.
You know, I was listening to the new Drake album last
Drake
night,
album.
and it just inspired me.
Yeah.
Kanye
Kanye
West.
West.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Let's go.
21st Amendment. The 18th Amendment is repealed, allowing intoxicating liquors to be manufactured, sold, and transported.
Hey, excuse me. What's this? Is this liquor? Is this liquor? What's in your bag?
What are you doing?
You're going to jail, man. You're going to jail.
Alright, well, why? What?
Because you're transporting liquor.
So, what says I can't do that?
18th Amendment.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
That was repealed under the 21st Amendment to the Constitution.
22nd Amendment. A person can only serve a maximum of 2 terms as president. Also, if a person has replaced another president for more than 2 years of his term, this counts as one of his 2 terms.
I, President Neil Arora, have been very successful in office for the last 2 terms. So I've decided to run for my third term.
You can't do that. 22nd Amendment.
What are you talking about?
You can't do it. 22nd Amendment says you can only run for 2 terms. Get at it.
23rd Amendment. The District of Columbia has representation in the government by being given the electors that a state would have while voting.
District of Columbia isn't actually a state, but out of the kindness of the federal government's heart, we're giving you the rights to electors.
Woo! Yeah.
24th Amendment. No citizen can be denied the right to vote in any election because of an inability to pay any poll tax or fee.
Not this one again. Do you have your poll tax?
No,
Then get out of here.
I have the right to vote. I don't have to pay the tax.
Well, yeah, you do.
Not under the 24th Amendment.
Kidding me? Again?
25th Amendment. If the president is removed from office for any reason, death or resignation, the vice president will become president. The president can nominate a vice president and allow Congress to vote on it if the position is vacant. The president can discharge his powers and duties of office with a written declaration, allowing the vice president to resume his position. The president can obtain his powers once again with another written declaration and proof that he is able to act as president.
As President of the United States of America, I decided to put up a nomination for the Vice President Ring over here. I'm going to leave this up to Congress to decide whether or not he should be elected.
Hey, President Neal.
What do you help me up?
Okay?
Help me up, man.
Alright. Oops. Alright. You okay to be president?
Yeah,
still?
I'm fine.
No, I don't think you are. Get down. So I already prepared this resignation letter for you. I think you should sign it. I've already prepared it. I've prepared it since I got elected as vice president. Just sign it so I can be president. There you go. Yes. Alright. Now,
Help me.
no. I am very sorry to announce that President Aurora, he's resigned from his position as president. I'm going to be the next president
Wait.
of the United States.
I've written a new letter saying that I am ready to be the President of the United States once again.
Are you physically fit?
I am physically fit.
Can you provide evidence that you are?
Well, I've written a letter proving everything.
But can you do a somersault? Alright, I guess I'm not president anymore. That was fun.
26th Amendment. Any person over the age of 18 years old cannot be denied the right to vote because of their age.
How old are you? Alright, I guess you're allowed to vote now. Again.
27th Amendment. The salaries of representatives and senators cannot be changed while they are still in office.
In the world are going to be secured. Does every senator agree?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
What do you mean?
I don't agree with vegetable rights. I'm sorry.
Do you agree?
No.
What's your salary? What? Alright, it's half. You're done. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Excuse me, sir.
Do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
Well, then you
But
don't have a salary.
You can't do that. 27th Amendment says that you can't do it until I get reelected. Yeah, get out of